Was appointed last Thursday by the Criminal Justice Commission. Governor Lamont said he is looking forward to working with him. He is now tasked with overseeing all 13 states' attorneys, and his answers to my questions were direct and pointed. Tell us about you. Who is Richard Colangelo? And we always hear people say, talk about brands of justice. What is your brand of justice?
The way that I've done my job as a prosecutor throughout the years is to make sure I do the right thing.
And he knows there's work to be done. Do you believe that there is a trust gap between the judicial system and the public? And if so, how would you bridge it?
I want to know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, what we could do better. I mean, there's always room for improvement. And for that trust gap, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of members of society that don't trust the police, and because they look at us as kind of a continuation of the police.
Speaking of police, we asked Colangelo how he would tackle the backlog of police use of deadly force cases that delayed the retirement of his predecessor, Kevin Kane.
And the policy now is once the completed report gets to us, so all the information is done from all the sources, the state attorney has 120 days to get their report done, and that's something that I'll make sure that we do. I guess just to be clear, I mean, do you believe on its face that Connecticut has a racial bias problem in the justice system? I haven't seen it, I have to be honest with you. I mean, I am prosecuting cases. When I get a file, I never look at the race. I never look at, who the person is. I look at the conduct, and I look at the charges that they're charged with. I want to switch now to what many people are calling a crisis in Connecticut, talking about opioids. According to the Department of Public Health, there are about 3 drug overdose deaths every day here in Connecticut. In fact, between 2014 and 2017, the number of deaths has doubled. So do you see this as a criminal and judicial issue, or more of a public health addiction issue? Honestly, it's both. Let's make sure that we're taking care of the people that need the treatment, but the people that are still out there, breaking the law, selling those narcotics, we should be looking to prosecute. When you were promoted to this post, you were leading the prosecution on what was one of the most high-profile cases that Connecticut has ever seen, the Doulos murder case. How will your involvement in the case change now, and how will a new lead prosecutor be selected? Right now, I'm still acting state attorney in Stamford, so I guess I'm still leading the charge there. I don't think I'll be able to continue that. Once the new state's attorney is appointed, I'll have a conversation with whoever that is to talk about the case. There are members of the office that I've worked with very closely that are very familiar with the case, just like I was. And that's just scratching the surface. Coming up at 10, our interview continues on more hot-button topics and on the Doulos case. Colangelo's reaction to Fotis's death, and does he think that a murder trial would be possible without a physical suspect and a physical victim? Reporting in Rocky Hill, Matt Caron, Fox 61 News.